పోరాడు
అగ్గిపెట్టి వేయాలా కంపెనీ అగ్గిపెట్టి
ఏమన్నా స్టార్ట్ కదా లైవ్ వచ్చింది
ఓకేనా
చాలుపా
కళ్ళ చూడాలి
ధర్మ మనిషి పర్వాలి అవసరం ధర
Hi, good morning, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, we'll just start. We'll wait for 5 minutes and then we'll start.
Fine, sir.
Okay. Hi, good morning, everyone. We'll get started now. So sorry, there is some issue. Can you hear me?
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. You all guys can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Perfect, Sai. Yeah. So here I think it is for manual testing. So we'll discuss on the different set of topics and, kind of throughout, we'll try to understand what kind of processes will get involved, what kind of tools will, start with, what is manual testing, and what is the scope of it.
Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yes, sir. Sorry to excuse. I think this is web development class. No?
No, Sai, this is manual testing. You can switch over to React or some other session.
Yeah. Okay, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Any other guy who is there? It is only for manual testing. Okay, so you guys can switch over if who is there. Okay, let's get started. Okay, screen is visible, right?
Yes, sir. Visible.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. So first is whether we are doing any set of processes get involved into testing, right? Testing is generally a method to find the defect actually. Okay, so what is defect again? If it is saying defect is nothing but a difference between actual and expected result. Clear? So if you say testing is nothing but a methodology to find a defect, it's also we ensure that the work, the software or the product is working as expected, meaning it should work as per the requirement. Okay, so it is not only we are trying to find a defect, we are also ensuring, right? What we ensure? We ensure that the particular product or software, right? The product or software, it should work as per the requirement, as per the particular requirement it is having. Let's suppose we are trying to build a house, and sometimes we check if the door, the pillars, the things are working as expected. It's whatever we are planned, it should work. If there is some difference, between your actual and expected output, it is nothing but a defect. Okay, so whether you do manual testing or whether you do automation testing, you try to find out the defect, you try to ensure the particular software or product is working as per your requirement. Hello guys, can you respond? Hello.
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes. You are able to understand? You are able to listen me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect. Any other guy who is not able to hear me? Okay. The first session, we'll just try to understand what is the scope, what is the importance of testing. Okay. And as I said, it's a method to find a defect. Defect is nothing but it's a difference. We'll see how we'll get a difference. Let's suppose in general, we might not get a difference, but what testing we're doing. An example we'll take. Let's suppose calculator an example. Calculator is a particular product or a software. What it is trying to do, we'll open up a calculator here. Okay. After opening a calculator, we'll try to check what is a defect is nothing but a actual and expected result. Okay. So if it is an actual and expected result, so what is the difference we'll try to find out. In calculator, we have a calculator. So in calculator, what is actual and what is expected result? So calculator an example. First, which expected result and actual result. Expected means, let's suppose in calculator 5 plus 5 equal to 10, right? What we are expecting, result is 10. And what is your actual result? 5 plus 5, how much? 10, right? So here it is 10, actual result whenever when you do the real time calculation. Okay. So you didn't get a difference. You have no difference between the actual and expected behavior, the actual result or expected result, right? So there is no difference. If there is no difference between an actual and expected result, so what happens? Okay. If there is no difference between actual and expected result, so that is, there is no defect. Clear? The testing is a method to find a defect, or at the same time we ensure the product or software is working as expected, meaning it should work as per the requirement, whatever we have the requirement. So when we try to find out a defect is nothing but a difference between actual and expected result. So what is actual and expected? Expected, we are expecting if we add 5 plus 5 addition, it will have a result of 10 is an expected result. And indefinite, when we try to calculate in real time, 5 plus 5 becomes 10 is nothing but your actual result. So we find out there is no difference, means there is no defect, there is no difference, meaning there is no defect. If there is no defect, it is tested, okay? Or in testing terms, we say test pass. Is that clear to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Understood, right? Again, I'll just repeat the same before we proceed. Testing says it's a method to find a defect Defect ensures that there is a difference between actual and expected result or output. At the same time, testing ensures the software or the particular product or application, software application is working as expected, meaning it should work as per the requirement. Whatever the requirement we had, it should work as expected. So whenever we say a defect, testing is a method to find a defect. Defect is nothing but a difference between your actual and expected result. So with an example, when we're trying to calculate some values in a calculator, we're expecting the result is 5 plus 5. Calculator. 5 plus 5 is 10 is an expected result, right? Or anything like 7 minus 0 minus 1 equal to 6. At the same time, we will try to find out any other behavior. 7 minus 1 equal to 6. So this is what also we can find the actual result. Actual result means whenever we do the real-time calculation or real-time result when we are trying to find real-time result, we might check the difference. Okay, so the difference gives us idea about there is something. Okay, just a second. So whenever we try to find out the real-time values, calculations, it becomes your actual result. So if there is a difference between actual and expected result, guys, you can mute. Okay. So if there is some difference between your actual and expected result, so it gives us idea about the defect. In actual calculator, what we did is we'll try to check the result. Expected result is 5 plus 5 and actual result is what we got. 5 plus 5 is 10 and 7 minus 1 is 6. So if there is no difference, between actual and expected result, right? If there is no difference, there is no defect. If there is no defect, we say tested okay. But in testing terms, we say test pass. Else, test fails. In some example, we have seen somewhere in recent times in Amazon, there are a lot of failures were there. Okay. In Amazon, in the e-commerce website, we found a lot of defect. What happens if there is some defect? If there is some defect, there is chance of the customer is not able to. Okay, I can't hear anything. Sir, guys, can you hear? Any other guy can hear? Confirm that you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
You can hear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Bamsi? You can hear, right? I think Sarath has some network. Sarath is having some network issue. Okay. Sarath, connect a good network. come back, you just rejoin again. I think you will hear. Okay, so we try to find out here. The thing is, we try to test anything whenever we are trying to, within simple example, we try to see before we get into Amazon or something. You're cooking a curry, right? Or a rice. Rice is being there. What is expected? Okay, so rice should be good, correct? So we are expected result. You're cooking rice, and what you are doing? You're trying to find the rice should be good after preparation. What is actually? Actually, you are trying to cook. Okay, you try it, and after some time, 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, you're trying to check, right? Trying to check the rice boiled or not, or it may take some time, right? Whether you're doing or not. You're trying to check the rice also, right? You're the same time you're doing a kind of a testing you're doing. You're also testing, right? Anyone can respond? You're cooking rice with an expected result in mind that yes, rice should be good. Whenever we cook, it should be good, right? So a eatable rice will be formed. We are planning to get an expected result, but whenever we're trying to check the actual result, in actual what happens, the rice is getting boiled. It might take some time, or it is already ready. So we're trying to check. So checking the particular rice or anything, whatever. Okay, you're trying to check it, right? So that is nothing but testing you're doing. So like the same way you are doing it, you are doing testing at home. Okay, anything like whenever you're trying to build a home, build a house, what is expected? What is expected? A good house expectation. What actually you are doing? Actually have a lot of hard work, right? Lot of money you are spending. You are at the very initial stage also, you are trying to test. You're trying to see, you're trying to check or test the peelers, or trying to test the basement, and then windows, whatever, many more things you are trying to check, right? Whenever in a process of building a house, you're trying to test everything. So it is nothing but testing only. We're expecting a good house, but in real time, in real actual result, we're doing a lot of things, and then we're testing each and everything, so that our actual and expected, there should not be any difference. As I said, whenever we're taking and calculating an example, we're trying to test with an actual and expected value. 5 plus 5 is how much? We're expecting 10. And whenever we're trying to check 5 plus 5, how much it is? 10. So actually also we are getting 10. So there is no difference. If there is no difference, no defect. If no defect, tested okay or test pass in testing terms. So manually we are doing everything, right? Manually we are performing testing, correct? If manually we are performing testing called manual testing. It's a very easy topic. Anybody who is getting started with testing as a career need to understand the testing as a career. Manual testing is a basic. Manual testing basic. We need to understand. So whatever you're doing, right? Whatever you perform right away, we are trying to perform manually. Manually means with a human. With a human, with me or you, anybody, human performing testing. Correct? A human performing testing. But at the same time, to start a career, I said, we need to understand the manual testing basics. We need to go through each and everything. We'll go through. As I said, testing is not only it's a method to find a defect. We also ensure the particular software, product, or application is working as expected, meaning it should work as per the client requirement or the requirement. We understood the difference. If there is a difference between actual expected behavior or result is nothing but a defect. We try to find out the difference between in a calculator. If there is no difference, if there is no defect, then the test got passed. Clear? So we are checking whether we are performing manual testing in the sense a human, a manual, a process being involved to test the particular software or application. To start a career, I said, the testing career. Okay, to start IT, it's very easy to start. So it is very easy to understand the things. The manual testing basics is very needed. Okay. So if different tools also get involved to perform manual testing, we have Jira is one of the tool, HPALM, and many more tools are there. It is all our different set of test management tool. We'll understand each and everything we have mentioned here. Okay. Any doubt so far, guys? Sarath?
No, sir, it's clear, sir.
It's clear, right? Oh, nice. Okay, Anisa, Osak, Ayush, anyone, guys, any doubt, anything so far? We just started. Swati, Sai Krishna.
No, sir.
No doubt, right? So the performing, whatever you're doing here, the testing, we ensure we're trying to check. We're trying to check the product. If we are not doing testing, let's suppose we're not testing anything. No testing is done. So what happens? If we are not doing any testing, testing is just we ensure it is, following the requirement, right? We are not doing any testing. What happens? The particular application might have a lot of defects. If it has a lot of defects, so what will happen? The end user or the customer, right? Customer may face a lot of problems, which may lead to loss of money, time, value, lot of things. So if you're not doing any testing, whether you do a manual or functional or automation, anything, we'll come to automation later. So if you're doing not testing, application might have a lot of defects. A lot of defects may create a lot of problem, right? End user or customer may face a lot of problems, which may lead to loss of money, time, value, everything. Correct? Another. Another, can you hear me? If you're performing
Yes,
any testing, right, then you're trying to find the particular software application is working as expected. But if you're not doing any testing, so there will be a lot of defects, right? Defect is nothing but a difference between your actual and expected result. So that is what we try to do, manual functional testing or automation. So testing is divided into different set of things. We have in general manual testing, and the other one is automation. Automation testing. We have different tools: Selenium, Tosca, UFT. But here in manual testing, we have Jira. We'll see later, okay? So what scope of things are there? We have, if you are trying to start a career in IT or become a tester, it's a very easy thing to start. Okay. And we have different set of tools to understand the test management flow. Test management is nothing but test plan, test case creation, execution, defect reporting, lot of things we'll understand later. The same time, those things, what we have done on manually, we can implement with this automation tool. Some request coding, some request programming, and some request nothing. Just drag and drop your test case, your testing is getting ready. Okay. Any doubts so far?
no, sir.
No doubt, right? Yes, perfect. So we'll try to check what kind of software we'll be doing here in this process of, we're trying to check. I'm not sure exactly how much, but we're trying to finish in 30 to 40 days. We'll be finishing. The same time we have different set of projects. Okay. We'll work on different projects. We have internship also available. Okay. You can check with the team. So Nagura or Saida, so they can give you a brief idea on different set of internship there. At the same time, once after you complete the particular course, your course completion certificate also you'll be getting. Okay. Which helps, if you don't do projects, you might not be able to clear the interview. Internship is a higher terms in terms of projects. It's a real-time interaction with the projects, and course completion certificates is needed to ensure you have completed, so that it helps. It's not only to that, we have placement opportunities also. So we ensure everything, whatever you're doing on manual or automation testing. So currently what happens, if you know manual, you'll get a job. But if you have a automation testing in your place, so you'll have better opportunities coming. So people are nowadays looking for people with automation skills with the addition of manual. But before, manual testings were required with the additional automation capabilities. But nowadays, people are looking for automation tester with a manual testing in there. So they should have done the manual testing. Okay. So those things are there, but here we are providing opportunities to interact with the real-time projects, internship, course completion, certificate, and placement assistance. So this is what we are trying to get into, and we are trying to see what kind of tools, implementations. We'll see. Any doubt here, guys? Anything? Okay. So we'll try to understand again. If we have a difference between your actual and expected behavior, okay, so what happens? Your actual result and expected result is matching, means there is no difference. So we make sure there is no defect, it is defect free. And if defect free, what will happen? It is a good quality product, right? Or application. The application is a good quality. If application is good quality, so the customer satisfaction will come, right? Customer satisfaction comes if you're okay. So customer satisfaction comes if it is a good quality. How a good quality will come? If there is no defect. How there is no defect will come? If a tester is able to find a defect. What is a tester job? Tester or test engineer will try to find a defect. Correct? So test engineer try to find a defect means your expected result is not matching with your actual result, is not equal to, means there is a defect, and defect has to be resolved or fixed, right? So who will fix the defect? A developer. A developer in team who will fix the defect. Correct, no? So let suppose X is a test engineer, or Anaga, Anusa, Anisa, Ayus, or also anyone is a, let's suppose I'm taking them as a test engineer, and rest people are Dhansekar, Krishna, Narazu, Valery, so Sai Krishna, Sarath, Swati. So out of them, they are developer. So we are X as a test engineer is finding out a defect and send to Y. Y is a developer. Okay. Y is a developer. Correct. In a project, in a team, X is a test engineer, Y is a developer. Developer who develops the particular application, tester who try to ensure the application is working as expected. At the same time, X also ensures we are trying to find a defect. Once we find a defect, what happens? X will send the same product to Y to test, to fix the defect, right? We ensure, test engineer, we are finding out a defect. When a defect found, whenever we have a difference between actual and expected result difference. So defect has to be fixed. So what X will do? X is trying to send it to Y. Y is a developer. We look into the defect and it will do a resolve or fix. And what he will do, he will hand over to X. What X will do? X will retest the particular application whether it is working as expected. Working as expected. X will retest. If retested, okay. If there is no defect found, so defect is closed. So here we say in our testing life cycle is something like this. Okay. Our testing life cycle is being divided into kind of different instance. Instance is nothing but a particular page. First page, we are trying to tester find a defect, send the developer. Developer will work on it, fix the defect, will hand over it to test engineer or X. Test engineer will retest, checked working as expected. The last phase, if there is no defect, defect can be closed. So this is what we'll try to understand the defect life cycle. Whenever we say a life cycle, defect life cycle, or it is called as a bug life cycle. Okay. So bug is nothing but a set of defect the same way, but in different forms. A developer says a bug, tester says it's a defect, but it is always the same thing. If the is testing with a set of cycle, set of defect has different status. So although the status will be in cycle. Yeah. 1 second. You can hear me? The purpose of doing this cycle. The purpose of doing this defect life cycle is to communicate the current status of defect to various assignees and make it fixed. So defect life cycle ensure the defect is fixed and there is no defect. As I said, if there is no defect, means it is the product is defect free. Defect free means it's a good quality. Okay, if it's a good quality product, customer will get satisfied. So that is the main result, main motive, main objective of performing testing. So performing of testing, customer satisfaction will come with a good product. Good product will come with a defect free part. Defect free means there is no defect. There is no defect means actual and expected result is matching. So only anyway, a test engineer has a very impact role in doing or make the application ready, customer satisfied. So a test engineer has a very different role in the team. Is that clear, guys? Is this clear? Anyone? Can you please confirm? Sarath?
Clear, sir.
Okay. So this is what the thing we planned for today. So we can share you the things, notes, okay, the recordings, everything, and rest of the things, as I said, kind of projects will be going through more hands-on internships we have, certificates we'll be doing, and placement assistance we will be having. Okay, so make sure we are going through each and everything. We are understanding the concepts, and so there is nothing, a particular thing which is left. We are not understood that. Okay, so we just make sure the things are ready, and rest tomorrow we'll have different sessions to understand it, different life cycle in a different way. Okay, so we have different status. You can see new, assigned, open, fixed. So here it is, the picture where we'll be understanding this in a different form. We'll be trying to see how to verify, close the things, and whatever different life cycle in different forms. Okay, each and everything will make sure we are there in the meeting. We can understand the topics. Any doubt, anything so far? Any doubt? Anyone? You can unmute.
No, sir.
Not on.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Yeah, so we'll be doing the same way, just a first day session. not get into very much of deep of everything, but make sure what is testing, what is manual. We'll see manual into very deep. Just testing as a word to understand is a difference between actual and expected result. And we are ensuring the application is working as expected. So this is what a difference. If there is defect, there is some difference. That we are doing some rice. I said, you are expecting rice should be cooked and it should be boiled. So it should be eatable, right? Expecting. But sometimes due to something, rice didn't cook well. But if it is, so we have a difference, and then there is a difference. So we are doing testing at home. We're doing testing is already, if we don't know, you are already a tester, right? Testing at home already. You are a tester already. You need to understand the different set of process or application to check how the things are working. So it should be working as per the requirement. So that is what. And whenever we also not only to this rice or anything, whenever it is anything, a particular building or a house, also we are expecting a house, okay, where we can stay, a good house. So we are checking everything at every stage. At initial stage, when the basement is getting ready, we're checking basement is good. Whenever pillars are ready, we're checking, testing it is good. Windows, doors, everything, whatever. So make sure you tested okay. If you have tested okay, your test got pass, right? So in manual, if a particular guy or a particular human is interacting to do the testing called manual, if a particular test automation tool like Selenium, UFT or Tosca is interacting to perform testing called automation testing, we'll understand everything tomorrow. Okay, and we'll see the lot of examples, lot of things to understand that. So we make sure we have a no defect in the product, defect free. It's a good quality application, and if a good quality, customer is satisfied. Correct? So let's try to understand how tester and developer works in the team tomorrow, and how a life cycle is nothing but whenever we start a testing, whenever we end testing, is nothing but a life cycle. We'll try to understand tomorrow. Stop testing, stop the sharing. And 1 second. Any doubt you have?
No, sir.
Perfect, perfect.